Hello, everybody. Accureyes here, and welcome back to another Accureyes Tips video, or Accureyes Tips 101 video of And today we are talking about Overwatch. So yeah, we are going to be talking about Overwatch today, and Mr. Torb, who is a DPS type character. And that's just it. I mean, he is pretty much just a DPS type character. He does have a great few abilities going forward, and things that I would say are very, very useful for what he does. And many people underestimate Torb, especially a very good Torb. I mean, he is a sleeper type character, so with him being a sleeper type character, he can be a little yeah, a little, different compared to most people. I mean, he does have some good abilities, I'll tell you that much. One of his good abilities, of course, being the fact that he can, a well-placed turn or a well-done turn can make it very, very difficult for people to, understandably get, into certain areas, or even around areas that, that they may want to go to. So, with that being said, it's very understandably easy for Torb to be kind of a crowd control type character, and that's kind of exactly what he does in many ways. Is he's basically crowd control. He's a character who basically will, if you would, he will basically make your day just that much more difficult in some way or another, And I mean, that's exactly just it, he's good in that matter. He's good for doing, being able to control the battle and the field, if you will. With that being said, he does have very good ability to continually just crowd control everyone into a position. And especially when you see him in certain areas, if you have his herd set up, he will automatically be able to you will be able to change the position, and change the tide of war, change everything. I mean, that's exactly what he does in many ways. He does change the change the field and change things, change what goes on in the war, in the battle, and like I said, that's why I find him to be interesting. Yeah, so, but, anyway, yeah, and that's the thing, is like, you see here how I set up the turret, and, he also has his armor ability, which, again, is another great thing to use. His armor ability is another great way to just keep, the battle in your control, in your position. That's another great way for him to basically control the battle. And as it is, that's something that I would recommend, especially if you're trying to keep things in your area. And you can see during this first battle how I'm mostly using the turret to try and keep control. I mean, we literally will push through very quickly. A good Torb is able to control and be a de-stressor, I guess, for your team. You know, because that's what he does best, is being able to keep your team, yeah, out of bad situations. I mean, you know, bad situations are something that I know will happen very easily. You know, and they can be devastating at times to, you know, to use or to have happen to you. So, you know, of course, with that being said, yeah, you know, Torb is very good at controlling the battle, and you know, you'll see it here how, you know, in this battle, I'm literally letting my turn do most of the work. I'm basically doing nothing. And that's kind of the thing about good Torb, is if you can set up your turn into a position where Torb just is sitting back, basically, you're golden. In many ways, let's face it, you're golden, you know? And you don't even have to worry about, you know, little things or, you know, the small things that just are not necessarily worried, or, you know, needing you to worry about it. So, yeah. But anyway, that's basically some of the tips about Torb. I mean, the thing about Torb is that Torb can't do too much on his own. He's not like that, that, if you will, DPS type character who can just, you know, do things alone. I mean, he definitely needs help. He definitely needs assistance. And you'll see it here in the second battle where I'm literally trying to do my best to help our team and keep control for the team. And it's just not working. It starts off working very, very well, but then it just ends up kind of duking it, you know, or just like tubed out, you know. And it's like, well, that was terrible. That was not good. You know, and I mean, that's just it, you know. You can see it here how, you know, things are just not going to go well. And you'll see that, you know, even though I'm a good, okay Torb, things just didn't go very well for me because of the fact that, yeah, I just didn't have a team that could technically hold the field of battle, hold what's going on, you know. So yeah, that's the problem. In many ways, that's like one of the biggest issues I had with this battle going forward, was the fact that it just didn't go very well for me. It was like, yeah, that was bad. Yeah, that was bad, okay? That was bad. But yeah, you know, it's like, you know, when it comes down to it, you'll see that, you know, I do have spark moments. I do have times where things are just like, holy crap, that could have gone so well if my team was there. But you'll see. You'll see what I mean as we go deeper into this battle. You'll see how, you know, like, it's all started with this whole Widowmaker gas mine, and that really kind of surprised me. I was not expecting a Widowmaker, and this Widowmaker is truly good at countering me. Like, I see that she's truly good at countering me, and I'm doing my best just to try and keep the team moving forward. As you can see here, I set up my turn, and that Moria came in trying to use her little orb to deter me. Of course, you know, being who I am, I just didn't, you know, I did not get scared by it, so, yeah. But anyway, you can see here, like, I'm literally just trying to set things up. I'm trying to give my team a chance by throwing armor, like I should, and, you know, setting up my turns in the right position, because obviously, you know, a turn in the bad position is not a good turn, of course. You know, and you already know that that's what happens with Torb, just not having any backup, anyone who can help them. I mean, you can see it here. I'm doing my best to try and keep the team alive. I'm doing my best to try and set up a position, and, you know, of course, you know, like, during this first part, of course, it's like, you know, literally, I throw armor down, I'm doing all I can to keep the team around, you know. And like even here, like you know, where you see me setting up turns, those are great places to set up your turns because they're common areas where you'll see enemies getting caught. And I mean, I know these are some of my tips for like Torb, is like you'll see it there. Like those are common areas where I like to set up my turn because they're common areas where you'll see people getting caught and you know, and you'll be able to catch people. And here I'm just trying to deter people away. And you know, like even here, I just try to set up a turn here just to you know, try and keep things out of you know, in control and you know, make it harder for my enemies or whoever you know, whoever it is, to have who's not on my team to have a hard time just being able to see or you know look at the position. And you can see here, you know, Torb, it's all about throwing down armor, giving your team armor, give your team armor, and make sure that your team has protection. You know, and then make sure that your turret stays alive, you know, because, again, your turret is the main part or the main key to your team or to your arsenal. And, I mean, you know, like I've said before, a well set up turn, as you can see here, I'm going to try to reposition the turret. But a well set up turn is going to be, you know, essential for your team. And here, I mean, this is where everything kind of went wrong, as it is. You know, the team was going so well at the beginning. I just ended up now having trouble setting up my turn. Like, here would have been a great position to set up a turn if my team was just there. But as you can see, like, this is kind of where a good plan for me goes wrong. Like, I had the turn set up. I had everything going the way I wanted it to go. I tried to keep setting up the turret, and you know, you can see here, I'm doing my best to try and keep the team moving, keep things moving around, you know, and it just is not going my way. And this is where kind of, for me, the team just fell apart, you know. It was just like, man, I bit a bullet. I feel that at this point, I kind of bit a bullet, you know, and that's exactly what's going on, is that I'm feeling like I just bit a bullet here. I just was like, jeez, why did I just do this, you know? So, so you can kind of see that this is where everything for me went wrong. Everything was just like, oh, blimey, this is not good. This is not looking good, you know? And that's just it. It wasn't looking good. It was just like, oh, jeez, man, what am I going to do? You know, how am I going to get past? What am I going to do to get past? What am I going to do to, you know, win over what I'm doing? You know, win over the base and whatnot. It's kind of like this is where everything everything just went, you know, went wrong, basically. And, yeah, I mean, you know, unfortunately, that's just it, you know. Everything that could have gone wrong in some degree kind of went wrong here. Everything is like, yeah, well, yeah, that was just not good. I mean, you know, and like I've said before, I tried to take it back. I try to take control, take the helm, if you will. And if you will, I'm of course trying to take the helm, but yeah. But of course, well, it just was not good. So in the end, I mean, you know, that's just what happened. I mean, you could see it. Like no matter what I was doing. And that's the thing, is a good Proportion can control the battle, but he needs the team right behind him all the way, you know. Because here's the closest I think we've ever gotten to the victory. And, you know, right as that Genji came in, it was like over. I was nowhere able to control or retake control of the battle. I mean, and that's the thing about Torb, is if you can't set up your turn and you don't have a team behind your back, Torb does not do well solo. And this is kind of like you remember how I was talking about that Widowmaker, how she's surprising. This is kind of where she just took the cake off my head. I mean, it was this mixture of Hanzo and Torb and Widowmaker that just I'm sorry. This was just where Torb. This is a perfect example of where Torb just literally, no matter, even if you're good, is going to fail. I mean, that's just what happened here, is that Torb just literally failed. And you can see it here. I'm trying to snap my turn. I'm trying to do what I can, but Widow is just taking the cake off my taking the cake. I mean, Widow, McCree, anyone is just taking the cake off me. I mean, and Torb is just not good in that kind of situation. If Torb doesn't have targets, or in this case, meat shield to control the battle, yeah, he's gonna, yeah. He's just not gonna make it. He's just not gonna have any chance. I mean, you can see it here. I'm just trying to do what Torb does best, which is set up the turret, give armor to everyone, and just try to fight their way out. Find a way to control the battle, or push the battle. But yeah, my team just didn't want to have any of it. It was just, no, we're not going to do it. This is it. Bye. Thank you for playing. Thanks, everyone. We give up. We're going to lose. I mean, that's how I felt like at this point, was. Was just that. It was just, well, bye. Thank you for playing. Thanks, everyone. I enjoyed it. Thanks for being here. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for having whatever. And, yeah. So, yeah. So, that's pretty much what happened. It was over at this point. And, unfortunately, there was nothing I could do to push it forward. And, as best of a Torb as I am, you can see it here. I'm doing my best to set up armor, which is exactly what Torb does. I'm trying to set up my turret. I'm trying to do whatever I can to just get ahead in the team. And even here, I pull out the Molten Core, which is his ult, just to try and, boost up the turret. But, yeah, nope, not going to happen. So... So it was just an unfortunate ending, and you'll see here that, as good as the first round was, which was the perfect storm for me, this second match was toot. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you kind of enjoyed some of my tips and seeing what I do normally when I play Torb. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, well, you know what to do. You hit that like button, get subscribed, hit that bell notification, because I know you want to know when I'm going live next. I mean, seriously, you want to know when I'm going to drop the next video. I'm almost certain of that. If you want to see what I'm doing live on Twitch, I'm live on Twitch Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on www.twitch.tv/Accureyes. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, well, you know what to do, everyone. I've already told you. But thank you, everyone, for joining me. And until the next one, this is Accureyes signing out and saying farewell, everyone.